to get a genuine, humble human being in the semi-final.
It's very true. Dasari, I wanted to quickly ask you, do you think it's an advantage to have your quarterfinal game last so you can kind of watch how everyone else is played and maybe pick up a few things?
It depends on your sleeping. If I wake up earlier, I would prefer to play the first game. But if I wake up late, I'd prefer to play the last game.
So you just want a little bit more rest is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Well, here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're underway. The final quarter-final of the day of the Stay and Play Cup. We hope you've had a fantastic time watching all the way through the tournament so far. Mo Daramy versus Fabio Silva. Copenhagen versus Porto. And the first chance of the game is going to come early on here, and almost a mistake inside the box to pass it back to the Porto man, but Mo Daramy gets away with it a little bit there.
To be honest, I'd still be surprised if anyone has a natural sleeping pattern in these current times. It seems like everyone's sleeping pattern is all over the place. It's almost, the ball goes all over the place in the box, but Fabio Silva tries to clear it, but it goes through, but I think that's going to be offside. Or is it? It's not offside. He somehow snuck through. And Daramy is going to take the goal lead here. He didn't even realise.
I think he's just as surprised as everyone is. Mo Daramy takes the lead. He's absolutely loving it, and rightly so. Fabio Silva, I feel you there. I was thinking, wait, the offside flag surely he's got to go up here, but there must have been someone playing him onside. 1-0 here to Mo Daramy.
I love the reaction.
I love the passion. That's what we're all about here. We want to see the passion. We want to see these guys enjoying themselves.
How many times has that happened to you, Dasari, where you've scored a goal and you're not quite sure whether it's gone in or whether it's offside, and you might celebrate a little bit early?
Not much, because I usually take care of the offside traps, so I get there earlier. But I thought this one was offside.
Yeah, me too. I genuinely thought it was offside. It was just played through, and it seemed like there was far too much space, but maybe someone just off the camera playing him on. But a great start for Daramy, and we heard him yesterday after each goal just shouting, "Let's go, boys," and really getting into it, and I'm expecting more of that today if he does find goal after goal. But Fabio Silva just has to be careful at the back not to give the ball away so easily.
Well, here comes Fabio Silva, having picked the ball up, and there's a little bit of space for him to attack here, and that's a great tackle by Mo Daramy, but the referee doesn't seem to agree, and we've already seen some real chances being created from these free kick opportunities. That's Fabio Silva, been practicing his free kicks. He steps up, he goes towards the top corner, but not quite enough pace and power on that to trouble the goalkeeper.
Yeah, a really decent effort from Fabio Silva, Porto's youngest ever starter in their first team squad. But what can he do here in this FIFA game? Remember, the winner of this game will go on to play Bahui, who just won his game against Guimarães. And we could have 4 Scandinavians in the final. 2 Danes, 2 Swedes. Or is Fabio Silva from Portugal going to be able to at least keep someone outside of Scandinavia in the tournament?
I feel like Daramy is trying to go over the wing a little bit too much. This is the second time in 22 minutes. He goes on the wing and cross.
Well, maybe he was listening in there for just a second as he went a little bit more central. Dasari's advice almost paid off as he created a little half chance moving forward. And it will be a goal kick here to Fabio Silva. Sends it long up the pitch. And there'll be possession turned over once again to the man from Copenhagen.
And he will break through
again.
Nah,
with the keeper collecting.
That's proved my point.
Yeah, he's just trying to get a little cross goal action there. We've seen so many goals scored like that in the tournament with just the cut across goal or the pass back, as it were. Just laying it off.
Maybe the Copenhagen pros give them a little bit of studying, analyzing Fabio. So maybe that's why he's crossing.
There's another scouting network, been set up between the players. I love the idea of everyone being involved, backing their player. Wanted to see him succeed, but here's Fabio Silva! And 1 chance is all he needed. 1-1 now in this game. Not so much of a loud celebration that we saw from Mo Daramy, more of just a finger to the sky, concentration, business. He knows he's got a lot more work to do here.
I think a lot of people would have written off Silva here just because of how well we saw Daramy play yesterday against Dest, the 7-2 victory, and then previously won 3-0 against Helsinki's Alho. But we have to remember that Silva took down Serge Aurier from Tottenham 3-2 in his game, and Aurier has played a lot of FIFA. Yeah, FIFA 20, like we've seen all the highlight packages of him playing at Spurs' stadium. Fabio Silva was able to pretty comfortably take him down after he was able to find those goals. So I think he is going to give Daramy a really good game here. But as I say that, I think he might have given away a penalty. No,
it's a free kick.
Not.
Don't worry.
It's going to be a
Don't
free
worry.
kick the other
Don't
way.
worry. It's just a free kick. Dasari, if you're standing behind Fabio Silva now and you're in a coaching role, which is something that obviously you don't do at the moment, you're too busy winning games on the pitch, what would you be saying to him to get back into this game?
I think like he needs to play the safe passes. He needs to have the ball a lot, to have more possession. Then he might have a little bit of chances. But first, he needs to keep the ball more.
The possession, the name of the game. For Fabio Silva to maybe find the lead. You've heard Dasari giving advice as well to Mo Daramy, saying mix it up a little bit. Don't focus too much on the wing play. Stay surprising. But here comes the Porto man again. Snap into the tackle though from Mo Daramy. And he's now looking to turn defence into attack just as quick as he won the ball back.
Well defended by Fabio Silva, but again, just quickly playing the ball out from defence. I think what Dasari is alluding to is that Silva is maybe rushing a couple of these passes to try and go from defence to attack too quickly. And even though it can work out in certain situations, you're more likely to make those mistakes and give your opponent a chance. Like the first goal that he gave away to Daramy. So just has to be a little bit more careful. But as we come to the 45th minute and we come to half-time, it's still 1-1. And nothing to separate the two unless we see something from this final attack on the right-hand side. Does go a goal. Keeper punches it out, and the keeper again doing absolute bits for Fabio Silva.
So half-time between the two players in the fourth quarter-final of the day. MS Dasari, let's get your thoughts on that first half.
I feel like Daramy played a better half, to be honest. Fabio also had a good one, amazing goal. But like I feel like the only thing, last advice I can give it to Fabio, that don't push too much with the defenders, because I see like when he pushed with the defender, he have a space behind him. So I thought like put less pressure with his defenders, that will work.
The second half underway then. Tied up at 1-1. We've already had one golden goal decider between two players today. And I'm not wishing that on either of those. A heartbreaking way to go out. But Mo Daramy now stepping forward again for Copenhagen. Right at the start of the second half. Has got inside the 18-yard box. Maybe looking for a cutback. Maybe looking to just dribble his way around absolutely everyone. Lays it across goal. And Mo Daramy has wandered past everyone inside the box and provided the most beautiful of assists to a simple finish.
And you can see he's feeling it as well, celebrating towards the camera, making some noise again as he erupts and potentially making it an all-Scandinavian semi-final here. But we can't count Fabio Silva out just yet. Still plenty of time to get back into this game. And he is on the attack as well now. Plenty of room on this right-hand side. Nice little short 1-2 passes. Oh, that's a cheeky foul. And referee, have a word. How's he got away with that one?
I really enjoyed Daramy's second goal, to be honest. Especially the extra pass. He waited it for too long.
That was good composure inside that 18-yard box. I have to agree with you there. Took his time to just find that pass across goal. So easy to rush it. But now Daramy's coming forward again inside the 18-yard box. This is where he did the damage before, and he's looking for another one. And it's just a combination of defender and goalkeeper and desperate defending from Fabio Silva that keep this at just a one-goal game.
I do love that throughout this tournament we've seen so many different play styles from these players as well, and some of them kind of similar to how they would play in real life, like defensive-minded players who have been holding on to the ball, and some that are just complete polar opposites. Maybe they're used to being sat at the back of the pitch as defenders, and then they want to get forward because they want to be the one scoring the goals for once. It has just been fascinating to analyse each and every single player. But ultimately, we have to say that the Scandinavian scene, both for esports and real football players playing FIFA, seems to be booming right now.
Strike across goal is saved by the goalkeeper, but the second ball across goal is causing problems as well, and Fabio Silva's holding on a little bit here. And he has got that out ball here on the right-hand side, and Marega has to stop up and go back inside, but again, well read there by Mo Daramy. Dasari, for me, it seems like the longer this game's gone on, the more confidence Mo Daramy has seemed to find in his game.
I agree with that 100%. I think Fabio needs to put a more tactical attacking stuff, maybe change formation, changing the structures of the players. We need to see some players up.
Strike at goal almost made it 3-1 again. And this second half has been completely dominated by the Copenhagen man, and he's looking for another one here, and it's just the goalkeeper again who's keeping Fabio Silva in this game.
Yeah, if I were Fabio Silva, I'd be thinking about making some tactical changes sooner rather than later. Get some fresh legs on the pitch now we've ticked past the 70th minute. And maybe a more aggressive formation as the through ball almost penetrates the defence. But time slowly starting to tick away. And time not on Fabio Silva's side right now. But he does manage to intercept here. If he can find a through ball and find a goal, could be taking this a little bit further, but no. Daramy, again, just showing his experience and showing his ability to read the game.
So into the pause menu then. Needs to make changes, like you said, Dasari. And it seems like at the moment, he's maybe thinking about the 4-4-2. A good attacking formation for you?
Yeah, a very good attacking formation, and especially you have a player in every position, so you can press really well. But I think Fabio should play with his 6 players attackingly. Last formation, he just play with his 4 attacking players. So he needs to put more players up.
We'll see if he turns to the advice of Dasari as this game draws towards the end. Still 15 minutes left, however, for this formation to have an impact, and see if that works. But he has to be quick. He has to make every decision count at the moment. It's Daramy again looking to release the winger on the far side. Goalkeeper again quick off his line.
So sorry, we have a phrase in England of throwing everything forward, including the kitchen sink. What would you call your all-out attack formation? If you were to be throwing everyone forward, what would you call it?
I think I'll go with 4-4-2 is a more balanced thing. If you're just losing by one goal, it's a more balanced thing. But if it's throwing everything away, I'll go with 3-4-2-1.
Just very attacking as many players forward as possible. Well,
yeah.
That's the advice from a world champion, and Fabio Silva needs to win the ball back, though, if he's going to be able to actually do anything and grab an equaliser here. Because as it stands, it's going to be Daramy going through.
Just under 10 minutes left for Mo Daramy to either find a goal to secure this game or hold on and keep Fabio Silva from finding an equaliser. Maybe this is a chance here for Mo Daramy. Twisting, turning. Surely it must be, and it is. Mo Daramy. Surely that's a semi-final spot.
Come on.
And he ushers to calm down. And he just shouts again to come on. The celebration is there. The goal was there. The third, and surely the nail in the coffin at this point. I don't think anyone would have expected it when we looked at the teams at the start of this tournament that we would have seen the Danes and the Swedes performing this well. Especially when you look at the bracket as well. Those players who have gone through, Lindström, Karlström, Bahoui and Daramy all started in the round of 32. They didn't get the buy-in to the round of 16 like a lot of the other clubs. They all had to play that one extra game, and it seems to have paid off for them because they've still gone from strength to strength each game and just dominated each round.
There's just a few minutes left for Mo Daramy to hold on. And I'm sure, even though he's 3-1 up, there's still a few nerves I'm sure Fabio Silva's thinking, if I could just get one here, if I could just nip the ball back, there might be a chance for me to get back into the game. But again, an extremely fun game of FIFA between two amazing pro footballers who really have entertained us, as I say, on and off the pitch. And maybe Fabio Silva is going to find that goal, almost works his way through. A fantastic passing manoeuvre there to get into the box. And he's still got the ball here, still not giving up, still keeping the pressure on. Goes for the strike from distance, but not enough to trouble the goalkeeper too much there.
It's not going to be enough. Daramy is going to go through. We are going to have that all-Scandinavian semi-final. It was a great effort from Fabio Silva, and as you alluded to before the game, Mark, both incredible human beings, very nice personalities, as we'd expect. But ultimately, at the end of the day, Daramy kisses the badge, and he will be marching on.
Kisses the bag, he brushes the hair. I wish I could do that. Unfortunately, those days are gone for me. But I just love the fact that he's got the Copenhagen players behind him as well. As I say, Marcuse just looking down on him almost appreciatively, saying, well done, I've taught you well. It's that kind of vibe, Dan.
Yeah, and I think that shows a really nice connection between kind of real-life football and the esports FIFA scene that we have at the moment. And this tournament in general has brought the two worlds together. We've seen pro players contacting esports players, looking for advice, and I think the more that happens, the better. Because ultimately, we all love football. It doesn't matter if it's the virtual pitch or not. Like, everyone just wants to see football in some form or shape.
Well, that's going to do it all for today's matches. It has been a fantastic day. Congratulations to Mo Daramy on the win. But for now, it's back to Jimmy and the guys.
Thank you, Mark, Dan, and Dasari. Good to see you again. Spencer and Mike, another Scandinavian gets to the semifinals. I don't think anybody could have predicted it when this tournament started, but here we are. They've been really impressive, Spen.
They really have. I mean, we've always known that the Scandinavian region is a strong region within FIFA, but there's a lot of other strong regions as well. And ever since we first saw a lot of the Scandinavian guys play on the preliminary day, they've just looked unbeatable. And in fact, they still haven't dropped a game. There's not been a single Scandinavian player that has lost at any point. However, that has to change tomorrow because they're playing each other.
Finally, they're finally playing each other. Let's bring in Mo Daramy now, the winner of this game over Fabio Silva. Mo, my number one question for you, outside of offering my congratulations, is what are you guys eating in that part of the world? Because it's clearly helping you guys win FIFA.
Actually, I don't know. We just eat the same as you people.
Mohamed, you've got. If we jump ahead, there's a chance that we could have a Danish final. We could have you guys of Copenhagen going up against Brøndby. And you have to say probably Jesper Lindstrøm has been arguably the standout player of the tournament so far. How special would that be for you, having an all-Danish rival match in the final?
That would be very special. We always beat them outside the pitch, so hopefully I will beat them inside the game.
Well, let's take a step back to what's coming up ASAP with your next match being up against Bahui. Have you been impressed? Not so much? What do you think?
He's good. He's very good. And I saw his game before. He's a good player, and I'll just play like I always do. And then I hope I will win and get into the final.
So Daramy, last question. I've seen you after you scoring the second goal. You was pointing to your mind. Was this like a tactical football goal?
I don't know. Actually, it was just I think it's a very beautiful goal. And then I didn't expect that I'll go through like that, but it happens.
Now, Mo, you're going to play up against an opponent in Nabil Bahoui, as Mike said, that does a lot of scouting. So he's going to know your game inside and out. Are you going to practice or do anything different?
He can just scout me as long as he wants. It's all about the game, and maybe scouting is wrong.
Well, we love your confidence, Mo, and we wish you the best of luck tomorrow on Championship Sunday. We'll see you then.
See you.
All right, Mo Daramy, everyone. Now, I did these grades before, Mike. I'm going to come to you again. What would you give him in terms of A to F, in terms of his performance today in the quarterfinals?
I thought he looked good. I would give him a B+, so still very solid ranking. But it really doesn't matter about my ranking. It still comes – at the end of the day, it's about him winning and continuing that path and then being able to adjust to each opposition. So I'm really looking forward to tomorrow.
Okay, we got a B+ from Mike. How about you, Spencer?
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Mike. Yeah, he's in the B territory. You know, it wasn't the best performance we've seen, but it was certainly good enough to get through, and he looks good value for where he's got to. I just can't wait for tomorrow, man. We've got these rivalries all over the shop. We've got Sweden versus Denmark in 2 semis, and then we could have the same in the final, or an all Swede, all Danish final. So either way, there's a lot of pride to play for.
Okay, Dasari, you've seen all the matches now, all the quarterfinals. You know who's going to be in the semifinals. Who is your favorite tomorrow to go on and win the tournament?
I honestly think Bahawi played a great game today, but like tomorrow is a new day, so you never know. Daramy also played really, really good, and especially his 3rd goal was like a pro goal.
All right, let's get to the highlights of these Mo Daramy highlights against Fabio Silva. Excuse me, just of Mohamed Daramy. Mike, why don't you walk us through these?
No, absolutely. Started out well. Ball kind of bounces around in the box. We thought it was offsides. Ends up being onside. He had a fantastic reaction to this too. He said, wow! And he was surprised, which kind of made us smile. And then we saw Fabio Silva start to battle back, start to make chances, and really make this a game before getting into the second half where it was all Mo Daramy's vision. We saw him controlling, and that's something that's different about Daramy compared to some of his Scandinavian counterparts. I feel like a lot of the other Scandinavian players have been really gifted with the attack and the skill moves and some of those details. He's been a lot more tactical with his approach. His build-up play, swinging it side to side, looking for the correct angles, looking to get in behind, and then also making these types of on-the-fly or on the virtual pitch adjustments. And his 3rd goal, like MS Dasari was saying, easy on the eyes. Inside, you almost get a full 360 here. He's just trying to shake that center back, and he does that indeed, and the finish is class. 3-1. Adds a little bit of added emphasis to the victory.
I think what I've really liked out of all these Scandinavian players is their composure in the box, which has now led them to the semifinals, as we'll see here in the bracket, Spencer.
Yeah, and they definitely deserve to be where they are. And these are our final 4 players. It's the 2 Jespers on the left side. It's Lindstrom versus Karlstrom. Dane versus Swede, and then that is the same story on the right-hand side. Another Swedish club going up against another Danish club with Bahawi versus Daramy. So, I mean, really, you can make an argument for any one of those guys to win. It's all going to be about who turns up tomorrow to claim the first ever Stay and Play Cup victory.
Yeah, it's a real thin line between success and failure at the highest of levels. And here's our schedule for tomorrow. Championship Sundays, we're calling it. The Jesper Derby is going first. Jesper Lindstrom versus Jesper Karlstrom. And then right after that, we'll see who'll be joining them in the final between Nabil Bahoui and Mo Daramy. And then the grand final will obviously be the cherry on top, as Spencer said, of this first ever Stay and Play Cup. It's been a tremendous tournament. We're very excited to be with you guys. Day 5 will be tomorrow. Guys, what a day. What an absolute blinder of a day. Emma Sassari, it's been so great to have you with us. So thank you so much for your time.
I really enjoyed it, and I can't wait for tomorrow's games.
Yeah, I know. We're excited to have you back as well. So thank you, everyone, for watching. It has been terrific. Any final thoughts from you, Mike, in particular, because I can't get enough of your jacket.
The Battle Royale of the Nordic players. I'm trying to figure out my headline, but I'm looking forward to it tomorrow. It's going to be good money.
All right. Thanks for watching, everybody. Thank you to Emma Sassari again for joining us. Congratulations and good luck to the players who advance to the semifinals. And it's all happening tomorrow in the same place, but it's going to start an hour later. 1 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. UK time, 7 p.m. Central Europe time. And until then, I'm Jimmy Conrad, reminding you to stay home, stay safe, and play together.